Good morning, everyone. Today is day 3. It is Friday, so I'm pretty excited about that because tomorrow I'm going to try to sleep in a little bit. I woke up pretty tired today, but I have a really great day planned. Morning meeting, I am going to be taking that one over this morning. My partner teacher has been kind of leading it a lot. So today I'm going to be taking it over. I really am a firm believer of building that classroom community and wanting to teach my kids to make the right choices, because let's face it, some of them don't make the right choices, and that's okay, because either one, they haven't been taught the right way, or two, they've been taught the wrong way. So it's my job to teach them that. Yesterday we read Each Kindness, and I'm out of breath. Y'all, I put it on all those chairs. Some of those chairs are heavy. That's not fun. Okay, so yesterday we read Each Kindness, and we talked about the ripple effect. So my students are going to come in. Their morning message is ripple effect. Tell me one way that you could start a ripple effect. So I want something that they can do that's an act of kindness, something that would be kind to somebody. And they had some really great examples from the book, so maybe they'll even pull some from the book, or they can come with their own. So after that, we're going to talk. I'm going to have a letter, just a made-up letter from somebody saying, hey, you know, I really need your help. Let's come up with some type of a solution. And then I'm going to have my students talk about it, and I want them to try to come up with something. And then we're even going to pull out the wheel of choice, and we're going to talk about a couple of the things that are on our wheel of choice and some things that we could be doing in the classroom, or if we have certain situations that are not okay. So pulling that out today, I'm really excited. I have to write my letter. I also have to make sure I answer some emails because I'm a little bit behind on some of my emails this morning. I've been going home and I've been exhausted. First week of school, ain't no tired like teacher tired. Okay, so really quick, I took it down and I just wrote my my letter that I was gonna do for this morning, and I just took it down and I was about to take it to Miss Wolf's class. So I needed to show this to you before I did it. So I have like my sweet little thing over here on this. It's the easiest way for me to write, so whatevs, it's gonna work for right now. Okay. So I wrote out a letter, and this is the letter that we're going to discuss, and that's also kind of me pulling into our wheel of choice too. So here's what it is. It says, Dear Team Wolf Spackman, my name is Sally and I need your help. I've started 3rd grade this year and I'm having a hard time. I got in trouble a few days ago for arguing on the playground. There were some kids saying mean things and I got really mad. Or I got real mad. Now I am having a hard time making friends. Can you give me some advice? Desperate, Sally Long. So just totally made up something off the cuff. I feel like with morning messages, y'all, like you can't really pre-plan too much, because you want to make sure that you're pulling in any kind of situations that you're having in class or anything that you're seeing and you're noticing. You really want to pull that kind of stuff in. You can do the greetings, you can do the the shares and things like that, but the morning message, it's really hard to plan because I want to make it to where they are really getting something out of it. You know, if I just pre-plan everything, I don't feel like they're gonna get anything out of it. So I want to make it fit for them, and I want to make it real world. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna take this over to her, and I'm gonna take the wheel of choice, put it up on our board, and then I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Bye. So can you totally tell in my voice that I sound tired? Because I know I sound tired. I feel it in my voice that I sound tired. That's no bueno. Yeah, a lot going on today. I am actually going to have each group for 1 hour today. So what we're going to do is, in reading, we're not really doing writing and that type of thing. We're going to continue doing some of those iPad lessons because we have to do digital citizenship, and then we have to do pride, so pride lessons. So I'm going to be doing a lot of those next week. I'm kind of in charge of pride. My partner is going to be in charge of iPad lessons, and then we kind of just help each other out on both of those. But for reading, what I'm going to do is we're just going to start with, you know, why do we read? What is the purpose of us reading? And just build some of those anchor charts together. And then we're going to talk about selecting books. And I have an app on my phone. It's called BookSource. It's BookSource. You can go and create an account, totally free, but it keeps track of your library, which is really nice. So I'm going to scan some of the books in that they're picking today because my books are so not ready, and that's okay. But I'm going to scan the books, and then I'm going to have each kid check them out. So I already put all of my kids' names in BookSource, so all I have to do now is just scan their book that they select, and I know where my books are all the time. So I'm gonna have my kids select books today, and we might start some little independent reading. I do have to go make some copies of our stamina charts. I also have to make copies of the 40 book challenge, so I'm gonna go do that right now, and I don't know, we'll figure out what else I'm doing. We're gonna get there, guys. We're gonna get there. It's Friday. So talk to you in a bit. Bye. Hey guys, it is now lunchtime. Our morning meeting went really well. I felt like I was on my soapbox, like for real, like no lie, I was on my soapbox, like telling them how I was feeling, and it was funny. And after that we did some hopes and dreams activities. After the hopes and dreams, I had my homeroom come back to my class. We talked a little bit about why we read, what is the purpose of us reading, how we select books, how do we preview books, that kind of thing, and they got to pick out books from my library. I went to go and try to use the BookSource app. Had a little bit of a fail, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. It's gonna be fine. I love it. So right now I am going to eat. I brought myself, well, I didn't really make it. Y'all, I'm so bad about making my own food. It's so bad. Like, I really just cannot make my own food. I'm really bad about it. I will make my kids' foods all day long, but to make my lunch, no, it's not possible. So I found this. Looks like a very delicious, looks like a very delicious Caesar salad wrap. Chicken Caesar salad wrap. So I'm gonna eat that now, work on a couple of emails. I see I have a new fire drill that somebody left on my table. It's also good to know we have fire drill today, so that's gonna be interesting. But yes, I will talk to you guys, I guess, in a little bit, and hope you're having a really, really great day. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys really quick our morning message so that you can see what my kids came up with. So their question was over here, and then I started it off by saying smile at someone new. And they just went on to help someone when they need it, make a new friend, play with someone, make new friends, invite somebody to play with you, play with someone new today, and try to sit with someone new today. They had a lot of great ideas. So I was really, really pleased with this. I will say that when I was doing my why do we read and how do we pick books, that kind of thing, I felt like I should have gone just a little bit slower. You know, sometimes I can kind of gauge, and I sit back and I'm just like, I don't know if that was like the best way of doing it. And I feel like that's what we do as teachers. You know, we always have to stop and reflect on what it is that we're doing in our classrooms with our students. It's important because you need to, you know, backtrack or redo things. And I think I am going to redo a lot of things. We talked about, you know, just building that stamina. And if you don't have a whole bunch of stamina, you know yourself as a reader. And if you don't have that stamina, are you going to pick out a book that's like 400 pages? Absolutely not, because you will most likely abandon that book. And you don't want to allow your kids to abandon books right now. So we talked a little bit about that. We talked about previewing and being able to look at the cover, read the first page, look at the table of contents, read the back of the book, that kind of thing, and get a feel for, you know, if we're gonna read it or not. You know, looking at how many pages there are in the book. And I think they did really well. There were a few of them who really wanted to like pick really big books. But I told them, let's just hold off on that and let's just go through some individual conferencing, and once I start doing that, then we can determine what kind of books we're going to use as readers. So it went really, really well. Super proud, kind of, sort of. I would change a couple of things. I really need to make sure that I'm building more into my anchor charts, because I do love my anchor charts very much. So I really want to make sure that I'm focusing on that too. And now that I'm in 4th grade and these kids can actually write, I want to start giving them more opportunities to just come up and write, and really have them kind of build on that, and not just having me as the person who is talking. So yeah, I am my partner teacher. has a book that says Learn Like a Pirate. If you have not read it, I suggest you do, because from what she was telling me, it sounds like a fantastic read. I am going today to go and find it so that I can read it with her. So that is one of our things, is we're going to hold ourselves accountable to actually read a professional development book during the year. Let's see if it works. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I have a few things that I need to go talk to her about as far as some scheduling conflicts. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I guess I'll touch base with you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, it's the end of the day. I'm very excited that it's to the end of the day. I'm tired. So we had a fire drill. We had, oh my gosh, y'all, we did like a Pokemon Go. So my partner teacher had this idea this summer that she had people who wanted to participate in it. So any of the teachers said that they wanted to participate in it, and what they did was they took their picture in front of a certain place that they had to be. Mine was the bathroom. I told y'all this already. So we did the Pokemon Go. Just remember that I told y'all this. We did Pokemon Go. The kids loved it. We did not get to finish it because we had a fire drill, so which I did really well at too. So we're gonna have to figure out when we're gonna finish that next week. But yeah, we had a really great week. I don't feel like I talked to you guys too much about my Olympics. Like, I was so tired that first day. The Olympic Games went really well. So we have a courtyard outside, and what we got to do is we set up like certain areas. So we did kind of four corners almost, well, kind of, because then we had underneath, there's like a big canopy with 6 tables, I think, and so we had a 5th rotation, and that was kind of our snack. And I sat them down all outside, showed them how to play the games. They were so excited, and they did so well, and I really loved how some of them, like, they knew some of the games they needed like other people to help, and they helped, and they moved things, and they just did such a great job. We did it in 10-minute rotations, so we kind of told them where to go, and we just rotated every 10 minutes, and I walked around and I helped and I played and I listened to what their responses were for, you know, getting to know them, and they had a great time. And I felt like by the end of it, they had been best friends for like ever. Like, we had all known each other for so long. Like, that was kind of the feeling that I got from it, and it was so much more, I felt it was so much better than just sitting up there and having each kid stand up and tell me something about them, or, you know, it was just interactive and it was exciting. It was like going to a party and meeting people that you had never met before and feeling at the very end like you had known them forever. So really loved my Olympic game unit. I saw somebody on actually Teachers Pay Teachers, which I was like, oh my gosh, this is a brilliant idea, and they left a comment on my back to school games unit, and they were like, oh, love this activity, we're gonna do it to where she has a rotation a week, so they're gonna play just 1 game a week, which I thought that was so awesome as well, because if you don't have the time and you have to fit in other things and you can't just have the full-blown party, no big deal, you know, like, you can. That was just really smart. I loved that. So thank you for that idea. I will definitely use that sometime in the near future whenever I start to do this game again, but in a different version. I can do like athletics or something to that extent. So but yes, it went really well. I'm a little tired. I'm not gonna be able to come up this weekend, so I'm trying to figure out what it is that I need to be taking home. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my library. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with my library, because I can't come up at the weekend. I feel like my afternoons are pretty much like really shot and hard because I do have to go pick up Blaine. So I'm trying to think through it. I talked with my partner teacher, and I think for the time being we're going to just only have them keep my books here in the classrooms. They're gonna get to take their library books home, which they're gonna get their library books next week. So they're gonna get to take their library books home, but the books that they're using in my class stay in my class until we can start to see that some of them are responsible, because from what I'm understanding, books don't come back. So that makes me really nervous. And I was having issues with the scan, trying to get some of them in. You have to have, if it doesn't scan, there's a way for you to create a label to put on the back, but you have to have that little printer, and I don't have that printer, so I can't I can't create a label for the book so that I can scan it and put it into the device. Like, some of the kids' books got scanned, some of them didn't, so they started writing them on sticky notes like it was a whole hot of a mess. But yeah, so that didn't happen very well. We got to play my Mr. G's Jenga game at the end of the day, and they absolutely loved it. Like, it was the best, like, end of the day activity I had ever had in my life. Like, it was just so nice. They were all enjoying it. They were having a blast. They were, like, competitive but still, like, friendly, and I don't know. It just really worked out really, really well. I'm thinking, because we are putting our kids into so many groups, I'm thinking about creating, like, popsicle sticks or cards or something that maybe have colors or numbers or something to that extent that I could easily pass out, because what we've been doing is just kind of saying you're 1, you're 2, you're 3, but the problem with that is that by the time we get to all 47 kids, like, they don't remember their numbers. And I mean, that's kind of fair. I can't really expect them to sit there for like 2 minutes until everybody has their numbers. So I might just do, like, popsicle sticks, paint them a certain color, put them in a thing, they can pick a color, and then that's the group that they're in, or something to that extent. I don't know. I'm still playing with the idea, so we'll see how it works. Did I show you guys the pool noodles? So I took those pool noodles and I used them so I took the pool noodles from the game and I used them to hold the ball still. Love, love, love it. This worked out really, really great. I still have a mess. Look at the little mess. I still have a mess in my room. Little corners have little piles of things. So that's the hard thing, is I don't know when I'm gonna have time to do some of this. I'm ready to get into the routine next week. The plan is that next week I'm doing Pride lessons, and then my partner teacher is doing iPad lessons. Now we're gonna keep an hour of reading blocks, so we're pretty much taking an hour from each of our blocks. So we have 2-hour blocks with our classes that we switch with. We have 2-hour blocks. We're taking an hour for Pride lessons, an hour for math lessons, and that's how we're going to get everything finished. Because we would really like to have all of our iPad stuff done, all of the Pride lessons done by after Labor Day, so that after Labor Day we could get started on, like, regular content and be, like, hitting the ball rolling with that. I've already, you know, started a little bit, but I really want to build some of those routines, and it's been a little bit difficult. So next week I'm gonna have to think of some ways to really, really hit hard on that. And I have some really fun ideas that I am excited to share with you guys too, that I've got from some amazing teachers out there, with, you know, just building that community and making sure that they are, you know, being nice to each other. My room doesn't look too bad. Y'all, there was like 40 something kids up in here, and it looks fairly decent. So I'm pretty excited. Not too bad. I do need to make a keep the quote, which I haven't done yet either. So lots of stuff to do. Lots of stuff to do. It'll get done. Right? I don't know what to do with my schedule now. I told myself that I was going to put my schedule on vinyl and post it up next to the hexagons. Not happening. So now, instead of hexagons, now I have my hexagons, and instead of the schedule going over there, now it is my fire drill. I have to have that for my fire drill, and then my out of the room log. So now I don't know where to put my schedule. Don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Okay, so I don't know. I guess I have to start getting everything ready so that I can head out. I guess I'll talk to you guys in just a little bit. I'm gonna work on getting some of my things together so I can get ready to go. So I just realized I can't go home yet because I have a whole thing of student boxes that I have to make up. So, and I have junk everywhere. So So I really need to try to get some of this stuff cleaned up. And even though as much as I want to go home, I need to know that, okay, I'm not going to be here this weekend. Ooh. I'm not going to be here this weekend. So I have to persevere and push myself and eat crackers and make my student boxes. That's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, I accomplished one thing. Now I am trying to get some other things cleared up. I need to have something for at least, it's really dark. I need to have something for my homeroom to be able to put their homework folders in so that I can, and then like I can distribute paper. So I do need a mailbox. Luckily, there was one. So I have this one, which it's not as nice as my other one, and it may be backwards. Oh yeah, it is. Not as nice as my other one, but it's gonna work. And this whole thing fell apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. It's gonna work for right now. So I have to figure out how I'm gonna do this. I think I'm just gonna leave it there and just end up moving it when I need to move it. Or I can do kind of what my partner teacher has and do it like this. Put it in front. That way, no, I can't because it's too long. It's too long. So that's not gonna work either way. Either way, I need something. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. Now I am trying to get a few other things cleaned up, just things that I've had lying around. Gotta get them picked up. I have folders that I need to work on. These are going to be for like I use them for my smart centers. If you guys have seen those for kindergarten, it's going to be for that same exact idea. They're going to be going into these. So I need to create labels for those. So I have that ready. What's this? This is for bucks. This is just random stuff. It's just random stuff. Extra jingle set. I think I might just take all this stuff home and just put it into storage because it's just extra stuff, and it would be okay if I put it into storage. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into storage. I'm gonna keep my white basket in here though. It's like burlap fuzzies going everywhere. It's gross. Alright. It's good to have as a to-do box. So I have my to-do box, which still has the shopping label on it, but that's okay. Alright, so I'm gonna put that there. This is gonna go. This is the best way to carry boxes. Look at that. Okay guys, it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm gonna get ready to go. So I'm gonna go grab my car and bring it around back and load up my stuff and leave to go home. I'm gonna end this vlog here because I don't know how much I'm gonna do this evening. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. This was my 3rd day, end of week 1 for me. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, share it out, and I will talk to you guys really soon. Bye. Went outside and started our Olympic Games. They were phenomenal. The kids loved them. They had a blast. We got a lot of insight into their personalities and just them as, you know, as kids. So really